Judges, let's bring out our first company, AudioMicro, which is in the 2.0 competition, which is an existing company launching a new product. Welcome, AudioMicro.
All right. Hello. For the next 5 minutes, no iPads, no Blackberries. Focus on the demo. I promise you won't be disappointed. We're AudioMicro. We've built the world's largest collection of stock music and sound effects with over 225,000 tracks in any genre. We empower independent artists to upload their content, and we license it out on behalf of them to customers like iJustine and Discovery Channel and anyone in between. If you take a look at our back end, we'll show you that we're up to about 179,000 users today. And we're really proud of that and proud of what we've built. And because of our success in the audio space, we've decided to take this content management licensing platform and clone it and deploy it into new content verticals. So we took a go big or go home approach today. We're not launching one new product. We're going to do 4 in the next 5 minutes. The first new site is Choose Tattoos. It's a marketplace for licensing tattoos. The world's best tattoo artists upload their artwork, and people can preview it, search, and browse before they go get inked. There's over 1 billion people on the planet with a tattoo, many of which have multiple tattoos. You can hover over any of our pieces of art and get a nice pop-up preview. Everything's watermarked to prevent piracy. If you're a buyer or a seller of tattoos, you can check out your dashboard. At that point, you can see how many credits you have. Now, we sell credits just like Facebook credits. You use those credits to download tattoos. You can also see your purchase history, and you can see your earnings if you're an artist. And we pay your royalties to you every month directly via PayPal, and we pay you 40% of what we receive. If you're an artist, you're going to want to upload. From your upload page, you can grab any number of files from your local machine and upload them after agreeing to our terms of service. Once you upload, everything goes into an editor's queue, where it's reviewed by a person that's tattooed from head to toe. They check out your tattoos. If they're quality, they make their way into the library. If they're not good, they're rejected. We give you a reason why. All tattoos, important to note, come with a line stencil. That's something that your tattoo artist is going to use to outline the tattoo on your body before you get it permanently put on yourself. While we're in the back end, I want to highlight a couple cool features. Our landing page creator. Now, tattoos are Googled almost as much as porn. It's a massive space. And we can deploy landing pages around all of the long-tail queries related to tattoos in a number of seconds. We simply type in a slug, we add the meta, we type an original article, we import particular tattoos for that category, and we publish. We then use our super secret link building techniques to build links to that page, at which point traffic starts to flow in, and we monetize that traffic. Another thing to highlight here in the back end is our report manager, where you can export any number of reports, including your royalties, as well as your sales reports. Now, in the next minute, we're going to launch 3 more sites. So you saw Choose Tattoos? Well, here comes 3 more. Cartoonsy is a marketplace for licensing cartoons, where publications like the New York Times, Read Write Web, VentureBeat, or Mahalo can get cartoons to use in an editorial manner. We've aggregated artwork from the world's greatest cartoonists. Our next site is Celebrity Pictures. We've got everything from Katy Perry to Justin Bieber, all at imagecollect.com. Now, I come from this space. My previous company was bought by Getty Images for $200 million, and it was a celebrity photo library. We're launching Image Collect today with over 750,000 images from the last 10 years. If you've need celebrity pictures, your search ends here. Our final site, which we're really jazzed about, is Infographic Stock. That's a marketplace for buying and selling infographics based upon the same content management system that we've shown you with the previous sites. Now, as we come down the home stretch, I just want to tell you a few cool things. Your login is good across all of our sites. So are your credits. So if you're a buyer of infographics, you can also get cartoons and any other piece of content you like. Now, up on this slide, you'll see 25 ideas off the top of our head. These are different types of content marketplaces that we can go into. Because our content management system that we've developed is white labelable, which means that basically think of it like WordPress for content licensing. We can deploy these marketplaces in minutes. Not only can we do them for ourselves, but we can do them for you too. So if you've got content and you want to monetize it, contact us and we can work out a partnership deal. Open up your mind and think about the possibilities. Thanks so much.
Okay. Judges, what are your thoughts on this 2.0 company?
Well, I'm really bummed they didn't make you get inked as part of the demo.
Oh,
I think
I was
it would have
supposed
been
to tell you
awesome.
that.
That's the only, that was the only deficiency of your demos. You should have had a chair here with a big burly guy making him bleed.
See, I was going to show you my tattoos, but they're not stage appropriate.
The location is not stage appropriate. The tattoo itself is okay.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Thoughts?
So I'm a big fan of marketplace business models, but I think the one thing we always look for before we enter a new market is just, you know, the illiquidity in that market. So I don't know, is there a lot of pent-up demand for tattoos where people want to find that tattoo and want to pay for it and they can't?
There is. There's a massive demand. 1 in 4 people on Earth has a tattoo. Over a billion people. And tattoos, as I tried to mention, is Googled almost as much as adult content. So the organic traffic around looking for tattoos is absolutely insane. And all of those people are actually looking for imagery, which they ultimately want. And for as little as $10, they can actually download that at Choose Tattoos. So we're super jazzed about the size of that market, and it's a real disparate, fragmented market. There's like 300 tattoo parlors in San Francisco, like in the peninsula alone, and it's just we're taking that artwork and really opening it up to a whole new world. Like imagine if you're in London and you want a guy in San Fran's art, you can now download it locally and go to your local London parlor and get it tattooed onto yourself.
Is the opportunity tattoos and cartoons, or is it, as you say, licensing the content licensing platform?
We'll find out. I personally...
You're a 2.0 company, so is this a pivot for you?
Sure, if you want to use that word, you could, AudioMicro started as a stock music library, so now that we're in the tattoo space and the cartoon space, it's pretty obvious that that's sort of a pivot of a sort, right? When I envisioned the company, it wasn't that. And I think that to answer your question about what's bigger, I think that some of these markets like tattoos and celebrity photos, I have immediate money that's coming in the door, right? I know that the space is really, really large and I know that I can monetize it. For infographics, it's a little bit experimental. It'll probably need to morph into more like a 99 Designs, where you can have a custom graphic done for you on spec. But our CMS is very flexible and we can deploy those customizations if necessary. I think it'll be really interesting to find out, but the bottom line is, as you sort of pointed out in your question alone, like if I do 25 of these, get them to $1 million in rev each, $2 million in rev each. I mean, we're a serious business at that point. Imagine if we do 40 of them, then they grow to 4 or 5 mil a piece. So.
How do you guys do rights clearance?
Yeah, so with celebrity images, it's not very difficult because I know the content owners and photography is owned by typically the person that takes the picture. With tattoos, we have everybody enter into an upload agreement, and there's a lot of reps and warranties in there that say that they own the work or that they have contractual rights to distribute it. It's actually not as big as a problem as you think, but we do review everything for copyright infringement. That's why an editor is looking at those, and they're looking for those things.
Which one of these communities is the fastest growing?
Well, they're just now live, like, as of a minute ago.
Oh, really?
But let's see who has the most Facebook likes. I think we have, like, I don't know, where's Noah? But I think we have about 500 on Choose Tattoos already.
Yeah, it seems like the tattoo market is huge and fairly liquid. And why wouldn't you focus there?
I think that we could bite off more than just that. I mean, I've done one before, right? So I know what it takes, and I think we can take on 4 more right now.
Okay.
So I like your vertical approach. I think it's interesting that you did choose the tattoo market, because I do agree with you that there is a huge potential there. But how do you decide after you've chosen all these different verticals, which ones are going to stick and which ones are probably going to go by the wayside?
Yeah. So I've failed companies before, so I know to bury them when they're not working out so well. So the good news is that you won't see me chasing after something that's not worth it. So we'll pretty quickly find out which of these are going to be the leaders, and we'll follow those. And just for instance, I buried a voicemail sharing platform that I launched 6 months ago, and just moved on. And we'll do the same with these if necessary.
But there's so little cost to launching a new one that you could launch 150 of these. 2 of them will succeed. They'll make up 85% of their revenue, and the rest cost nothing to just live out in the ether.
Aaron, you're so right. I mean, the cost of doing this is almost nothing other than recruiting artists, which is not difficult. I do that pretty much on the cheap. And we throw things against the wall and some stick. That's the way it works, right?
Do you pay less when you get a tattoo if you bring in your own art?
Do you want the tattoo, Ted?
You do, and I'll tell you why. Because a lot of people will get custom tattoos, and there's an iteration process there. You have to have an artist draw it for you and go back and forth. And if you bring them an actual image that you've decided on, maybe with a few tweaks, you're going to save yourself a lot of time. And obviously, it's permanent, so you're going to save yourself some potential trouble.
Tell me a little bit more about, so you're like the demand media of tattoos now. Like you're a tattoo content farm, which is a phrase that even if you had like a random business plan generator, I'm not sure tattoo content farm would ever come up. But it seems maybe like an awesome idea. Tell me a little bit more about that.
About being a demand media?
Oh, no, yeah, about like, so your content generator, I mean your content and linking secret sauce. You're saying. Yeah.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I've actually put on my business card like demand media for content. And so.
Wait, that's pretty funny. I think Rosenblatt would laugh at that. The demand media for content, isn't that what he's trying to be?
Well,
they don't have actual content.
Yeah. I left a word out, content licensing.
Okay.
Okay. That was what I meant. So, like, I love those taglines. Like, AudioMicro was originally iStock photo for music. So now AudioMicro's turned into like demand media for content licensing, poking fun at going after targeted verticals. Without a doubt, that's what we want to do. But again, I think Aaron's really on it in that we go after the leaders. I mean, some of these spaces are going to be bigger than others, and we're just going to bury the stuff that's small.
But what I'm asking is, are you going to have like tattoo editorial? I mean, or is it going to be everyone who's already expressed purchase intent around tattoo? You're SEOing for that, or are these going to be editorial pages with kind of half-assed content about tattoos and the process?
The landing pages have if you want to. So butterfly tattoos, tribal tattoos, heart tattoos are Googled quite a lot. So we're going to tell you about heart tattoos, and we're going to show you a nice selection of it. But we can make a magazine for tattoos out of this. We can make a Flipboard style RSS feed for really cool tattoos, which people love to eat. We can also, or consume, sorry. We could also do the same sort of thing for celebrity images. So yeah, there's a lot of kind of other verticals around the space, but I like to license and sell the content.
I mean, just for shits and giggles, I'm not saying this is the best business angle, but I would love to see the OkCupid blog for your tattoo content. I think there's probably some train wreck tattoos out there that would be really, really fun to see more data around.
Totally. Our blog needs to have some creative angles, and that's perfect for it.
Awesome. Let's hear it for AudioMicro. Okay.